Hi, I'm Eleanor, and welcome to the Intuition Lab. Today's episode is all about staying in your own energetic lane, or how to stay the course when all is madness around you and you really just want to stay focused on your own goals, in your own energy, and living your life the best way you can. So, if you find yourself in this circumstance, which is really easy to do given world events, toxic environments, or even environments that are maybe just a bit chaotic, even if they aren't negative, the first thing you really want to do is to check in with yourself and see where you are energetically. If you listen to episode 4 of this podcast, The Energetic Five State, I talk about finding your balanced place where you are neither overly stimulated, you're optimistic, but not wildly so. You're not depressed. You're just in a go with the flow sort of state. What I call the energetic five state. If you think of it on a scale of 0 to 10, you want to be in the 4.5 to 5.5 range. So just do a temperature check. Where are you on that scale? And work on getting it back into balance through meditation, exercise, relaxation. Definitely listen to that episode. It'll give you tips on how to get there. The next thing is to ask yourself, and your intuition will inform you, is this your energy or others' energy? Because that's important. We can be in the middle of an absolute madhouse and still remain calm if we stay in our own energy and we don't feel aligned with the chaos? Or are you picking up on other people's issues? And in the case of world events, it does leak in to you. We're part of the collective, it will affect you. But is this feeling that you have, is it yours or is it someone else's? And in episode 5, I mention how to cope, and how to know if it's you or your environment. So I recommend you go listen to that episode too. But if it is your energy, um, proceed as I mentioned. If it is others' energy, then I'm going to encourage you, and I'll talk about it a bit later, to ground yourself, energetically shield yourself, and shed others' energy. And there are a few ways to do that. And I think I'm going to do a whole episode about just that. But you can do a quick search on how to ground, shield, and shed others' energy. If it is your energy, ask yourself, does this really directly affect me? And what can you do about it? This isn't bypassing. You might think, well, if it happens to one, it affects all of us. And that's true in a grand scale. But in many cases, we might see something online or we hear a story that someone tells us, and it may be upsetting, but there may be very little you can actually do about it. So, this is where your intuition comes in. It may seem cruel in some cases, but maybe it does not directly affect you. And if you feel that you want to help, how can you safely do it so that you don't get caught up in it? Remember, you can't help anyone if you are unstable. And by that, I mean in the throes of some strong emotion like anger or sadness or indignance or disgust. Even the best steps taken under those energies will not work out the way you'd hoped. So, does it directly affect you? Yes, then tune into your intuition and ask, what can I do about it? If it doesn't directly affect you, you can also ask, is there anything I can do about it? Sometimes it is just sending up a quick intention, hope, or prayer that things work out. And, I'm not going to fall into the whole mocking hopes and prayers because they are powerful things. But does it affect you? What can you do about it? Next, even if you feel there is something you can do, you need to set boundaries, energetic and otherwise, so you can stay in your lane. And if you decide you can help or can contribute, how can you do it in a way that you are not depleting yourself or damaging yourself in some way? Because sometimes when we get caught up in helping others and we do not have good boundaries, we end up pulling ourselves down, and soon we may be worse off than they are if we do not pay attention to our own energy and our own energetic hygiene. So, set boundaries, energetic and otherwise. If you are not familiar with energy clearing, and I'm going to do an episode on it, and I have resources available, so leave a comment if you're interested in that. Know how to clear others' energy or clear the energy of a space so that it feels safe at minimum to you. Also, your physical presence. Do you need to be in a room where people are in the throes of a strong emotion, acting irrationally? If you have the background that I have, you may be accustomed to being around people who are addicted and using substances or engaging in certain behaviors around you that you find very upsetting. And that can really just deplete your energy and pull you off track 100%. But is your physical presence required? If not, take yourself out of there. That is a great way to stay in your own energetic lane when you aren't surrounded by people who are maybe actively tearing their lives down or are angry all the time without any constructive outlet for it. Also, watch your media consumption, right? Are you watching things that have like a literal 24-second, never mind 24-hour news cycle? And it's always upsetting. There are always ways to deliver bad news, the worst news, in a calm fashion. Are the outlets you prefer doing this, or are they pandering to fear and outrage and not really helping the situation at all? So watch the blogs and podcasts you consume, the videos you watch, the television you watch. Just because someone, your aunt or your grandma, forwards you something on social media doesn't mean you have to click through. Sometimes when I'm about to open something, I can just feel like this is not going to be good to me. And if you get good for me, if you get any sort of inkling about that, yeah, I give you permission to just delete it. You will receive the information you need to receive. Also, don't dwell in hopelessness or other energies that will not either help the situation or get you where you want to go. It's not bypassing. You can admit, this is terrible. This is really horrible. This hurts without dwelling on it. It's the dwelling where you just get nothing done. You don't help in any way. And also be aware of others' flack energy. So, is it me or is it them? If you are sensitive or that person is really acting out strongly, they pretty much have like an energetic debris field and they are spewing all over you. So definitely help, know if it's your energy. If it's others' flack energy, you can just imagine yourself bundling it up, putting it in a freezer on an ice floe and sending it away for you from you, or just sending it back to them. You do not have to carry others' energy. Even if you are helping someone who's in a tough time, you can have empathy for them, but you do not have to carry their energy and their emotions because it will deplete you. I am living proof of that. I can say, ask me how I know. I think that's another great episode just waiting to be created. So once you've set these boundaries, energetic and otherwise, and you've grounded yourself, shielded yourself energetically as best you can, and shed others' energetic flack, what then? Well, it's time to figure out your best course of action. And that's where, again, your intuition comes in and maybe a good bit of, energy clearing. Just get quiet and ask yourself, what is my best course of action? What should I do? Is there somebody you can share this with who can help? Can you donate time, money, resources? Is there something else you can do? And sometimes the answer is there is nothing you can do. You are aware, you have an awareness of things that are happening, but sometimes there is literally nothing you can do. And it doesn't mean you're less than for not doing anything. It's acknowledging sometimes in situations there's nothing you can do. Moving forward with that, keep taking your energetic temperature and read the room. Sometimes we're the ones bringing the bad energy because we're hyped up about something we saw online or something we've seen or something someone said to us. Take your energetic temperature. Where are you on the energetic 5 scale between 0 and 10? When you feel yourself really getting into the sevens or into The three twos and threes, that's when you know you need to course correct. And finally, I encourage you to keep your energy clean and your vibration high. And it's not pretending there's nothing wrong, but I need to do a bit more research on this, but it's something that has been circulated even in pre internet times about the high vibration of one person can counteract lower energies of others around them. It is not your job to clean up other people's energies or intentions. It is your job to maintain yours. If you maintain yours, you might be a beacon of hope for someone. You might be a good example. You might be the calm head who actually helps people to take effective action instead of just stewing, bitching, complaining, sharing half truths and ridiculous memes about a situation that you're really not helping by posting random crap, right? So, how do you keep your energy clean? It isn't all about 100% clean living, but when things start to pull you off course, like you have that sinking feeling or that always anxious or angry feeling. So maybe for me, it is avoiding alcohol. Maybe that's true for you or other intoxicating substances. It is moving my body. It is, as I mentioned, consuming media that I feel is constructive and helpful, but not ruminative. It doesn't keep circling the drain about something. I do things that fill my cup, so to speak. I love playing with my pets. I like cooking. I like, despite my bookcase behind me, which you can see if you're watching this video, um, you can see that it isn't exactly perfectly tidy, but sometimes just the act of creating order through folding laundry, cleaning up, tidying up where you can really helps to keep your energy, quote unquote, clean, if you will, your vibration high. One thing that also came to me: do not share in gossip, even if it's about some Hollywood luminary that you'll never meet. I think that is singularly low vibration because it's almost always done from a place of malice. And you definitely, that will pull you out of your own energetic lane because it takes the focus off of you and what you're doing. And if you think that staying in your own energetic lane is selfish, it isn't, because when we show up, when we are present as our best and highest selves, then we have more to give. We are able to help. Our cups are full and we can help others, as opposed to trying to give from a place of depletion. It helps no one. So, if you need help staying in your own energetic lane, leave me a comment and I will do my best to give you some practical advice that you can apply. So, until next week, keep your vibration high, keep taking a temperature check of your own energy, and stay the energetic course. I am sending you so much love, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.